Edward Snowden discussed Bitcoin and how governments are trying to regulate this Bitcoin boom. He talks about why you need to protect your cryptocurrency as nothing is truly inviolate. Snowden shared his views on why it is increasingly important to protect digital privacy in a surveillance age. He mentioned that anybody who's worked in the cryptocurrency space on the institutional side can tell you that the first thing any government goes after is your privacy. What they all want from us is that do whatever you want to do as long as it fits their status quo. Snowden says that you might be a square peg, but you are going to have to find a way to shave enough off your system to fit into the government's round hole. The problem is the thing that they have been shaving off of Bitcoin and this thing that they have been shaving off of all these institutions that are involved in cryptocurrency space are the protections for the people who are using them. They are shaving off the digital equivalent of our rights, our freedom from unreasonable search, Caesar interference in our private interactions. And this is what is the most important thing that Bitcoin is missing right now. All the Bitcoin developers you hear them talking about is that the lack of privacy is an existential threat to Bitcoin, and it's an existential threat to the cryptocurrency space also. The reason why? Because privacy is the only protection that Bitcoin has for the users of it. People engage in the ecosystem to protect themselves from changes in the political winds or whatever jurisdiction they have to live in. Here's the thing about privacy that people forget. If one of you gives it up because it's not useful for you, you are taking it away from everybody else who doesn't have that level of comfort or privilege. The thing about privacy that so many of us today have forgotten, and it is so important to defend this, is it doesn't matter if you have nothing to hide, because privacy isn't about something to hide. Actually, privacy is about something to protect, and the thing that you are protecting is a free and open society. The thing that you are protecting is the right to act and to do it, to try and to be different, because that's what privacy protects. It protects the different people. It protects the transaction that doesn't match the another ones. Now Snowden says that people will make good arguments. Like there are criminals who use Bitcoin. They are right. There are criminals out there who use Bitcoin. But there's a lot more criminals who use the dollar. There are criminals who are using Bitcoin, and they are serious criminals. They are people that we don't want preying on society. The thing that people need to think about is what government goes after today and will always go after in these spaces, either offline or online. They are the points where you either need to buy this or you need to sell this, because you want to sell or you want to buy groceries. And at least now, they are not taking that so very frequently at Whole Foods, unless you are in a beta or whatever. But this is a point of existential vulnerability. Now Snowden says that there are only two ways to get around this fundamentally. You can either structure the system in such a way that you have encouraged enough adoption that now you can spend directly on groceries and the grocery store doesn't have time to take your blood sample, your passport. Or you can structure the system in such a way that the user cannot prove the provenance of their funds beyond the last transaction. And when we have these sort of ageless transactions where you have got one or none, you can go, look, I got this from here and I could have rebalanced my wallet or whatever, and there's no way to show it back beyond that. That's the only way to do it. We need users to have a plausible explanation that they cannot go around. There's a lot of developers that are going, oh, we'll have selective transparency. Snowden says that selective transparency that's not driven by the user and that creates user-facing harms is a problem. Actually, there's one more way to go around this, and hopefully we'll get people working on this. And this is to go and just completely obsolete the whole move. And the way this works is all of these on-ramps and off-ramps today are driven by basically contact with banks. Anywhere where governments are going, we have to license you to do mandatory transactions. This is actually something that governments count on, where the jurisdiction is so long as they have this. What we don't see happening in the crypto space now, which is honestly unforgivable, given how many new sort of millionaires and billionaires we have, is you guys need to start lobbying for more favorable jurisdictions. And the whole point of this is just that they won't interfere with your business when it's working internationally. It doesn't matter if you are doing transactions in the United States or in France or Germany or anywhere else, unless you are in this model that we have always had, where you are trying to be the next Bank of America. But what the world needs is the first post national. But this is a real thing so long as you have people in desk and machines that they can put their hands on and you're not disturbing them through new layers where it's difficult to tell using minsects and things like Cooler, where the communications are originating, where they are ending, and we don't bait this in a way that the user doesn't have to care about it. It's invisible to them. They just open that and it works. There's always going to be that point of pressure, and so long as the state maintains monopoly on the use of violence, it is always going to be applied in these ways. So what's next? How do you respond? If the response is just go, okay, we lost, you win, we are going to keep filling our taxes and going on with our lives. Snowden points that this is the reason why we can't have nice things. And he reminds that lack of privacy is an existential threat to Bitcoin because privacy is its biggest advantage and the reason for its growth and extreme popularity. So guys, tell me in the comment section below, do you agree with Snowden or not? Also make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, have a nice day.